Hi and welcome. I'm Reverend Bierman, and I'm so glad you joined us today for Metaphysical Ministry International. Well, Metaphysical Ministry deals with the fact that what you can observe with your five senses is actually less than 1% of what really exists in reality, in the world. So you want to go beyond your five senses, become a multi-sensory being, which is what all of humankind is evolving into now anyway. And that's why you get to experience things that you didn't get to used to know about with just your five senses. Metaphysics, that's what we're about here. We begin every week with a happy share. I have a lot of happy shares because when you look for something to be happy about, you're definitely going to find it, and the universe is going to bring you more and more. And every time you think of it and share it, you get to live it all over again. That is a happy share. So I love to cook, I love to prepare nutritious food, and I love to make it easy. So I've been working for the last many months on creating simpler and simpler ways to make one of my very favorite snacks, and it's kale chips. It's cheesy kale chips that has no cheese in it. Yesterday I created a brand new recipe. I saw this amazing red kale in the store. So I bought it, brought it home, and what I created was lemon kale chips. And it was just the easiest thing, the fastest thing. Within 2 hours, some of it was all ready to eat, and the rest of it just needed a couple more hours in the dehydrator. So that's definitely my happy share because it's an extremely nourishing snack, and you're not going to get anything much more tasty than kale chips. And I'll tell you what, when you buy it out, dang, it's expensive. But when you make it at home, it costs about 1/4 as much, and it's really fresh. Now today, I get to be the minstrel minister, and what I'm going to talk to you about is, well, let's see. Today, I get to be the minstrel minister. Now, my voice hasn't really come back, but I still really wanted to share this piece with you because it's downright important to your happiness, to your well-being, to your prosperity. You are a spirit. You are a divine spirit. You have a body and a mind. You feed your body food and exercise. Your mind you feed with knowledge and experience. What do you do to feed your spirit? How do you nourish your soul without continuous fuel? Your spirit will cease to grow, so you won't be able to fulfill your purpose in this lifetime. I'm asking you to make a habit of rewarding those who give you guidance and help you find your way to your truth, to who you really are. Without them knowing, you keep your love from flowing to you, to others, to the world. So what do you do to allow love to you? Take your first 10th of income and tithe. Hey now, before you begin to ride, a tithe is saying thank you for making smoother my ride. You tithe to those who nourish your spirit, who feed your soul, your friend, your mentor, your book club, and your hairstylist, the person who reminds you if it doesn't make you happy, don't do it. Those are the people on your tithing list. Include the art and the music, all that moves you to grow inside, who take you on an internal ride. All those people and organizations, that's who gets your tithe. Tithe. So what is tithing anyway? It's taking 10% of your income, because there are people in your world, and it's not necessarily a church. It might be a church, but it really might be a good friend. Maybe you went in for a sandwich into a coffee shop and a waitress said something that impacted you so deeply. Right then and there, it changed your life. There are people everywhere in our lives who help us to grow our spirit, who help us feed our soul. After all, you're here for soul growth. So when you take 10% of whatever money comes to you and you give it, you can give some to this person who gave you that piece of wisdom. You can give some to your church. You could give some to an organization, a music organization that plays such beautiful music. You move into such a place of peace. All of these experiences in your life that feed you, that nourish you, that move you through each day in an easier way, that move you toward fulfilling your purpose, toward becoming love, being love, sharing love. That's where you tie. It's something you choose to do to give back. It's a way of saying thank you to the universe, to source, to God, whatever word you use. It's not like you can write a check and give it to God. But how do you think these people get into your life? You're co-creating what happens in your reality. So when you give to these other people, that's exactly what you're doing. You're saying, thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Universe, for bringing these people and this experience into my world now. So take a look at your life and your finances, and if they're not where you think they should be or where you want them to be, chances are it's because you're not doing that very first, most important law of prosperity, tithing. You give first to spirit that feeds and nourishes your spirit. Then you give to yourself, and then you pay your bills. In fact, you will notice an increase in your income as you begin to tithe. So it doesn't matter which business mentor you follow. It doesn't matter what plan you put into action. If you're missing that piece, you will never receive the income you really, really want. Begin tithing today and take note of the difference in your life. Now, if you're on the ministry site and you look up there, you will see a page called Hold the Space For. What is it in your life that you would like to have become your reality? Do you want a new home? Do you want a new bike? Do you want to go on a cruise? Do you want to have a visit from a friend you haven't seen in years? Whatever it is, if it's your vision and you share it with us by going down below, it will also appear up there on the Hold the Space For page. Now come back here once a week and tell all your friends to do the same, because the more people who are reading your name and what it is that you want us to hold the vision for, the bigger the thought form going out there to the universe, the sooner it will be created if it's in your highest and best interest. Because the universe will only do for you what is good for you. Good for you may or may not mean it makes you happy, but it definitely means you're forwarding your soul growth. So go ahead and share with us. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead over there and fill in your name and your email address and get a copy of How to Take Your First Steps on Your Spiritual Path. Again, I'm Reverend Allie Bierman, and I thank you so much for joining us today, and I will see you next week. Blessings.